I came across this quote: "Because the Bible is the only book which gives us an accurate forecast of the future, we must turn to its pages in order that we may be delivered from inexcusable ignorance in the present and be prepared as God unfolds his prophetic program." We reserve a few minutes to discuss current trends that you'd expect from reading Bible prophecy. We are what is called futurists. That means we interpret all unfulfilled prophetic passages as future events that will occur in a literal, physical, apocalyptic, and global context. Biometrics, artificial intelligence, cashless commerce, the manipulation of human DNA, global government, the exponential growth of human knowledge, and the rebirth of national Israel are all end times phenomena that the Bible predicts, and all of these are increasingly trending in the news. Let me give you an example of what we mean. So you're reading in the Bible, in the last book of the Bible, the book of the Revelation, this passage that describes a future world leader. We know him most commonly as the Antichrist. Working with him is a guy called the false prophet. Now, John is writing all this from the island of Patmos in the late 1st century. In the Revelation, he says, "The false prophet causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or their foreheads. No one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So I put my Bible down, I go to the internet, and I discover an article titled, "The Microchip Implants That Let You Pay with Your Hand." And I start to read it. It's a modern article. It's not from a million years ago. It's not a Christian writing it. It's a reliable source. News sources doesn't mean they're correct all the time, but you want to get a reliable news source, not something that's way out there. And so reliable news source. Tech company is rolling out a microchip that can be implanted in people's hands with the goal of making contactless payments easier. London-based Walletmore said the chip will work with the Pure Wrist app, a digital wallet. After downloading the app, users will go to a specialist to have a chip installed in their hands that would act in conjunction with the app and businesses that use that app. That's a tattoo artist, by the way. Specialist, get it? That's what they do in Sweden. Once users are completely set up with the microchip and app, they can make payments using the funds in their accounts. A companion article was titled, "Swedish Company Showcases Microchip That Can Download COVID-19 Passport Status." Microchip technology introduced in recent years by the Stockholm-based startup Epicenter is being presented as a means to store one's COVID-19 vaccine passport under the skin, according to a video from the South China Post that went viral. The firm has showcased an implant capable of storing a COVID passport that can then be read by any device using the near-field communication protocol, according to the video. And so you read that and you think, doesn't the news sound a great deal like what I just read in prophecy? Do you not find it amazing that the Bible could predict the possibility of global commerce with a contactless payment system to over 2,000 years ago when soldiers were still getting paid in salt? Right? I mean, salt was a currency. There's no such thing as global currency or the ability to do any of this, and yet John wrote it down as he received it nonchalantly. And combine this technology or some other biometric tech with the digital dollar they're talking about, and guys, government will be able to control everything about you. And that's another aspect that John wrote about in the Revelation, the authoritarian government of the last days. If the government wants you to go green, they just shut off your ability to purchase fuel. If they mandate a vaccine, they could restrict you enough to comply. If they want to redistribute our wealth, it would only require literally the push of a button. And so that's the world we're already headed for. Now, we believe that the resurrection and the rapture of the church is going to take place before the Great Tribulation. So how much of this kind of stuff implemented, we can't say. But it's certainly laying the groundwork for the Great Tribulation. But we're going to get resurrected or raptured. If you die before the Lord comes, you'll be resurrected from the dead. If you're alive when the Lord comes, you'll be raptured, changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, caught up to heaven. And then the tribulation will unfold on the earth. And so the important question here is, are you ready for the rapture? If not, get ready and stay ready and keep looking up, because ready or not, Jesus is coming.